Welcome to Discovering Africa Through Technology, the podcast series that showcases the brilliance of Africa's great minds, innovators, and experts as they tackle complex challenges with homegrown solutions driven by knowledge, technology, and innovation. Our podcast is inspired by the African Union Agenda 2063 Aspiration 7, which seeks to rebrand Africa and change negative narratives and perspectives through science, technology, and innovation. We believe that Africa has the power to solve its own development challenges and become a strong, united, resilient, peaceful, and influential global player and partner. Join us as we explore the transformative potential of technology in Africa with your host, Razia Kulatain Mwanga, and learn from the experts driving change on the African continent.
Our program today is going to center on clean energy solutions. And today in the program, we are privileged to have a household name. You cannot talk about clean energy without talking about this person. And today we are privileged to have an electrical technician and innovator, Gibson Kiwago, who has been championing clean energy in Tanzania and in the world. He is renowned as one of the UN champions for sustainable development goals, and his ambition is to become the greatest clean energy solutions provider in Africa. Welcome, Gibson.
Thank you so much.
To start us off, can you tell us what is Waga?
Waga stands for two words. When I was young, I used to work at my father's garage. So I used to do a lot of things. I was a choir master, teaching QT. I was repairing radios and televisions. So people used to call me wanted. And I had no space to work. So I'd been working in a garage. So people used to call that garage the wanted garage. And finally, that wanted, we took wa, and garage, we took ga. So we now have Waga, a company that recycles laptop batteries to create energy storage systems.
So where did this idea of recycling laptop batteries came?
I was born in a village where we had no electricity. So we used to travel long distances carrying 5 to 10 mobile phones, looking for charging stations. Then we were going to charge the mobile phones. Then when I grew up, I was studying. And while studying, I found at the university, we all had laptops, but the batteries were dead. Then we had to replace. Then I had to follow up where we were sending the dead laptop batteries, and I found we were trashing in normal trash bins, which was causing bad impacts to the environment. Then I started collecting them, breaking them apart, and tried to create a solution for my people in my village. And finally, I was able to create a power bank and other energy storage systems that can power rural populations and can help them light up their businesses.
And how much did it cost you?
I used to work in small pace, and I used to use the materials that were available in my environment. So I remember when I was at the university, I could change my room into a small workshop. So I used to use my pocket money to buy some transistors, some resistors, some battery management systems, and some soldering guns so that I could make the battery packs and other electronics. So I did not get enough capital to make as huge garage as I wanted, but I used what I had. And the best part was everything that I was doing in small scale was getting recognized. And that is what gave me a heart to work harder until I've reached right here today. Right now, we have a workshop where we collect laptop batteries. We collect up to 1,000 laptop batteries. We have young people and different youths who break the laptop batteries. We have the graduates who help us to sort the battery packs, to design the power packs, and we have the people who make the final product. So like it moved from an idea until the implementation that we make right now, the battery packs.
So did you start immediately after finishing university? And how long did it take for you to set up a complete shop to be doing this work full time?
From the idea until right now, it has taken 14 years because the initial idea started in 2009 when I was in Preform 1. So things started evolving slowly. And when I completed my university, there is where I started working on the battery seriously. So it has taken up to 4 years right now until the point when I've decided to come public and I have a tangible power pack that can now be used in rural populations.
Collecting laptops, breaking them, and sorting them. Isn't that dangerous? So, how do you protect yourselves against radiation and other stuff if you're doing that?
Every process that we do at Waga, we prioritize safety. Most of the times, we make sure that the people who handle the batteries are trained on how they can handle the batteries, from the people who transport them, from the people who break the batteries, and from the people who even make the power packs. We do safety trainings and we make sure every time they're operating everything, they have the safety measures. And the best part is at Waga, we don't leave any waste behind. So even from the plastics that are taken from the laptop batteries are sent to a recycling center, and the electronic parts are also sent to an e-waste recycling company, leaving nothing behind that can devastate the environment.
What do you mean by power pack? What does it consist of and what does it do?
Power Pack is a package that has batteries, lithium ion batteries inside, and a mechanism to control, to power up different stuff. So someone having a power pack, they can power their television, they can power their mobile phones, they can power their radios, and they can power the lights in the building from that power pack. And the best part is it is recharged by solar. So people can even use it off grid, like the tourists when traveling outside, and also like the people who are living in places where there's no electricity, they can use the power packs to power up their homes. So it's a portable way of energy storage system.
So, how big are these packs and how much do they cost?
But the power packs that we have right now, they cost up to $150, where it is a portable energy storage system. If you just want to picture like how is their size, so you can put it in your backpack, then you can take it off. Then from there, it can help you power the entire house. And what people do is they install a solar panel on the roof, then they do a proper wiring. Then there are outlets which can help them power the DC outlets like 12 volts, 19 volts. And we have the AC outlet that can power a TV and other appliances, all of them off grid.
How relevant is this technology? Because you know that different African countries have different power voltage and also the equipment that we use, they have different voltage. Some of this can be carried on the backpack. So how safe are these?
We made sure while making the power packs, we go with the standards that the international authorities want them to have. In electrical engineering, we learned about different standards and measurements and tools that need to be kept, or the designs and the shapes that need to be followed in order to design a product. So the Waga Power Pack is of the standard that the market wants, and even the output, the voltages and the sensors that we put inside, we ensure that even in operations, everything is safe, from the users or even the people who are around the power packs are safe and they cannot get any harm from the power packs.
Can you run a factory? What's the highest and the smallest amount of electricity and energy you can use? When you look at the cost of electricity and comparing to the cost of what you charge for your product, is it cheaper? Is it affordable to everybody? Or is your product is custom for a certain number of people?
At Waga, we create a diversified variety of battery systems. So we have the power packs that we sell to users, like the $150. That's a power pack that is used by people, most who are in places where there is electricity, but there is regular electricity cutoff. Like here in Tanzania, in most places, electricity is unreliable. So these people need to have continuous access to power when the power goes off. So they are able to buy these ones. But we have another model where the users in the villages do not pay all the amount by the battery pack at once, but they only pay $0.3 per day. So they can keep on paying every day until when they pay the full amount, then there is where they can own. And in this model, we help the people who are very low income, and at least they can be able to pay over a certain period of time until when they can own it. And the best part is we use lithium ion battery technology, which is in fact expensive compared to the existing battery technologies that people in rural populations use. So us giving them a chance to pay as they go, then that gives them access to the kind of energy or energy storage system that could be expensive in case they could be buying in bulk, but they can access it, and it's all from recycled laptop batteries.
What is the comparative advantage of your energy than using either solar or electricity?
We were doing a comparison on a rural household which uses our power pack and comparing if they could be using the normal electricity from the grid. In case they pay for electricity for the whole year, compared to if they could take our power pack and use it for the whole year, they could save 70% of the money that they could have paid in case they could use the normal grid. So it gives them 70% more gain and saves their money in 70% compared to if they could be paying from the grid. So that gives them a more advantage. So it means every year as they go, they keep on saving money, which they can use it for other economic activities and make sure that their livelihood is advanced and it's getting higher.
Among the products that you have produced,
Yes.
which ones have more customers and why?
To list some of our products, we have the mini power packs, the ones that we rent to local business owners and they pay every day. And we have the big power packs that can power the entire house. And also we provide the battery packs for the electric bicycles. So from the way we have seen from our market, most of our customers are the people who need to access electricity and are most from low income families. So the power packs that power the homes are the ones that are needed by many people. And even right now, we have so many orders that we are looking forward on how we are going to supply to all these good customers.
How much do people pay per day?
Pay $0.3 per day, then they can access to power up their home. So they need to pay every day so that they can continue to use the service. And that 0.3 is because they are low income people, and that is the amount of money they are willing and ready to pay for electricity based on the study that we did before.
Where do you work? In the cities, in the rural areas, or in semi-urban areas?
Now, mostly we work in rural areas. These are the places where most people need access to energy. And this is our focus market because we have seen this is the community where I grew up in. And I experienced the same problem when I was there. So like right now when I'm creating a solution for these people, these are the first people who need to benefit from the solution. Then we can keep on tackling other types of markets.
Apart from Tanzania, what other market have you tapped in?
I've been doing a research and I've been doing a tour in different African countries. So I've been to Kenya, where I explored the possibility to have the market, and I saw we have a very huge possible market up there, where most people use electric bikes. The market there for the e-bikes is huge, and also there are people in Maasai areas where they need access to solar energy and the energy storage system needs to be reliable. So I thought tapping into that market will help us mostly when we start scaling. So as for now, we have started from Tanzania, then we can go to Kenya. I did a research in Congo also. There are so many communities that need access to this. Just lighting for them is a very basic need at that place. They use kerosene lamps. Some places they use generators. So I've seen there's a very huge market potential to different African countries, even in Somalia.
How many people have you reached so far with your services?
We have provided power packs to people. And also the best part, before the power pack, we understood in the beginning that providing the power packs without providing education to these people doesn't make sense. Why? It's because these people need to understand, why do we need to move to clean and affordable energy? Then at the end of the day, we need to provide them the solutions while they understand the reasons to why should they choose our products and what essence and what change is going to be made. So we have had several sessions in the radios, and we have had several sessions in the social media, in our account, and we have done trainings to different people. So having in total, we have succeeded to reuse 13,092 batteries, and we have 27 battery collectors across here, Tanzania. Then we have educated more than 29,115 people, and we have supply partners for the battery packs, 15, and we have created jobs to 35 people here in Dar es Salaam, and we are serving right now in 4 regions, where there's so many regions outside. We will be covering as more as when we scale.
Apart from just lighting up, what can this energy be used for? Apart from this, are there any other areas that you're looking into?
Like right now, we are looking into e-mobility sector, because we want to reduce carbon dioxide emissions in Tanzania, and we have so many electric bikes, and we have cars that use diesel and petrol. Something that we're moving in a long run, we need to shift from using these fossil fuels that pollute the environment to move to e-mobility. So in our research, we checked out, and we are looking forward to start making the battery packs for e-mobility. So that is our next step. And also, we are also going to start to make the solar farms, where we will make sure that instead of depending on the hydroelectric and the wind and some of the fossil fuels, we will be exploiting solar, because like we are blessed here in Tanzania, we have abundant sun. So we are looking forward to see how we can start with the power packs to power homes, but also we can move to the e-mobility sector.
What are the
Yeah.
limitations and the challenges of using clean energy?
Most of the limitation, like right now, in order to provide like the mega pack, so in order to provide a huge amount of energy, we need to have a robust number of batteries. So we need to have so many batteries that can power maybe the entire factory or big machines. And the other challenge is we need to invest a lot of money in this technology at the beginning. Like looking at the solar system, the battery pack is the most expensive part of the solar system. So someone may use a lot of money in the beginning so that they can set up the solar system. But as time goes, then they start feeling the relief because they don't have to pay every day. But the pain is only in the beginning. But in a long run, it's not that hard.
I understand that the African Union has provided for governments to contribute at least 10% of their GDP to invest in science, technology, and innovation. Having worked in this clean energy sector, what can you say has been the government's contribution to supporting innovators like you and innovations in science and technology?
The best part here in Tanzania, we have different organizations, we have different government entities that support our innovations. We have like Buni, we have Costec, we have Tanzania Startup Association that puts us together. And I'm grateful in my journey, I've been supported by different organizations and different companies. Like I started my idea when I was in Tanga. Then I came to Dar es Salaam. I got support from DOT Tanzania Digital Opportunity Trust, where they gave us a mentorship program for over 6 months. And at the end of the day, we had a pitching competition. Then the best part is I succeeded to win, and they gave me a seed fund that helped me to make the power pack that we has been going viral in the media the previous weeks. So they also supported me with the business training, and they help me to visualize where I can move forward. And the best part is the ecosystem here in Tanzania is very connected. In a way, I also got another support from the ANZA entrepreneurs. I got from Climate Launchpad, Climate KIC, and I got from Warioba Ventures and Forward Accelerator. And we had different people like the Open Map Development Tanzania, who also trained me and my team to see how we can move forward the business and we can commercialize it. So I'm very grateful that the ecosystem in Tanzania is interconnected from government entities and private sectors. We're joining hands together so that we can forge ahead.
Wow, that's very interesting. So listening to you, I can understand that the government of Tanzania has really invested in the science exploration. And also you talked about this very good ecosystem where people support each other. And this can only be seen through government support, although sometimes the government might have money or
Yeah.
might not have money, but then it works with partners who can provide the money, which can support local innovators in their innovation. When you look back at everything that you have done, what lessons have you learned in your journey to provide clean energy and also being a young innovator working in Africa, sub-Sahara Africa, where there are enormous challenges, but you managed to rise above and do something that has changed and impacted on people's lives?
I faced several challenges in my journey. In the beginning, I started as an innovator, thinking of no business. So I had no idea that I can commercialize what I do and make something out of it. And another thing was I had to do some stuff and fail, then redo, and fail and redo again. And the other part is people could not believe that we can recycle laptop batteries and provide this solution. So I had to make sure that I work as hard as possible so that things could seem possible. And the best part is people started believing in what I do after I started doing it intensively. So at the beginning, everyone was like, this is just an idea. I don't think you can do it in a large scale. But I did not give up because I believed on what I wanted to do. And I did not have access to some materials and knowledge to see how far I could push forward. So having that challenge, I started looking for different mentors, and I got a mentorship from the engineer who is at Tesla, is engineer Walter Minja, who helped me now understand the battery systems, and he connected me to different stakeholders in the United States. And I started getting to the battery branch where we had meetings with the Volta Foundation, where we met with different people from Panasonic and LG and other big companies that are making batteries, sharing out on how we are solving climate problems here, sharing out on how we are dealing with the battery technologies here, then looking at where is the future of the battery systems. So one of the greatest lessons I learned is no one can do this alone. So it's all by joining hands with different people is when we can make a big impact.
What are some of the most outstanding and notable successes you've achieved since you started this journey? And what does the future hold for Waga?
As I was working, I always believed on the social media and the internet because, like right now, the globe has become a small space where if you do something impactful here, people there can see. So I started posting different stuff on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And with the applications that I did, I succeeded last year to win the Global Climate Launchpad competition. Then I also won the pitching competition by Digital Opportunity Trust, where they gave me 5 million Tanzanian shillings to support my business. Then later I came to win the Climate Launchpad, where I got supported by a seed fund of £5,000 to support my business. Then later I got shortlisted by the Royal Academy of Engineering for the African Innovation Prize, where I went to London and explored different technologies that are done out there, and so how I could push that to Tanzania. And the final one, I got selected by the United Nations among the 17 young leaders for sustainable development goals, where I'm championing clean and affordable energy provision in Tanzania. So I'm glad that the works that are done here in Tanzania are recognized globally. And that gives me a good motivation to keep on working, because I believe one day I can get somewhere further.
What impact do you think your innovation has had and your product in the world? And what would you like to be remembered for in your life?
First of all, I would love to be remembered like the person who solves African problems and a champion in provision of clean and affordable energy in Africa. That's one. Number two, what I would like the world to understand, Waga envisions to come and create our own city. So we see ourselves creating the city of Waga, a city where we will have clean technologies, we will have electric bikes, electric cars, and we will have robots that will be doing different operations, and machines that will be working in the industries. In a way, we will maximize the profit and we will maximize the efficiency in doing different stuff. But the main goal for the city of Waga is to make sure that we do everything effectively with zero emissions. That is the vision. And to achieve that, we have started small, and now we are looking forward to partner with different companies, organizations, funders, and government entities from different places so that we can maximize this impact.
What would you like to tell another young man or another young woman sitting somewhere? They have this dream, they have this ambition, but they think it is impossible. What would you like to tell them?
Every person has the inner potential that they need to unleash to achieve something. So every young person everywhere should always believe in what they believe, and should always keep on focusing on what they want to do. And everyone should be self-motivated, because at some point there will be no one to push them to have a motivation. But also one thing, you should not see the future in everybody you meet, because sometimes you might meet different people who might change the focus and take you to the other direction. And the other thing, we should always get updated about the new technologies, because by knowing what's happening in the ground, then we can now know on what next move we can make.
What do you think the future of science, technology, and innovation holds for the African continent?
I see young people right now are using a lot of energy in research and development and coming up with different solutions. So the future is bright, and even you can look from schools. Students are doing great projects that are solving different problems in their societies. And looking at the streets, the street boys and girls are working hard to make sure they come up with the ideas and self-employ. And as now we are moving into uh, technology and AI revolution, I see the future is brighter, and young people are now moving in a very high speed.
Your track record of how much you invested, your time, your energy, and you can see now it has already paid. You started with nothing, but now you've already created an empire, something that everybody and every young person should aspire for. So we thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to meeting more interesting innovators in this platform as they come and discuss with us. It has inspired me to dream and to work hard, and it has also taught me the power of networking. This podcast was produced with the support by the African Union through the African Union Agenda 2063 Pitch Zone Awards, a partnership with the African Women in Media Its contents are the sole responsibility of the producer and presenter and do not necessarily reflect the views of African women in media and the African Union. Until next time, this is your host Razia. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time. Thank you.